keeps the supports kind of poor and not being able to build items as well as they could. So that in itself is a legitimate strategy and way to play Nyx Assassin. So if you use him to create space and enemy supports
remaining.
dry a little bit, in that way he could be pretty significant in this game.
Huh.
And Bloodseeker.
Interesting.
Oh boy.
There's plenty of food for him, that's for sure.
Interesting hero,
10
Bloodseeker. Somebody
remaining.
I didn't think much of the hero until a friend of mine was talking or complaining about the hero to me today. As far as the hero in pubs works, is it doesn't really matter what you do to him in lane. The enemy heroes are losing their lanes, or they decide to sit with low HP. A lot of the time, he just hits so hard and he runs you down.
Yeah.
And because of that, like usually enemy or allies can't TP and react because one of your allies are the one with low HP. So he gets stronger when your team is doing badly. And then it makes you do worse as well.
We'll see how they can make it work. At the same time, like, it's one of these heroes, almost like a necropose. Like, if he gets caught out in a bad situation, there's very little he can do. And if he dies, it's a big deal, generally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And, if he gets rooted and not in opportune time by a lone druid bear, for example, or they gets dueled, where he can't turn around, heal up, cast some spells or whatnot, it's a hero that you can't deal with, but at the same time it's a hero that you have to deal with in one way or another as well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Sort of, yeah. I get what you're talking about. As far as the enemies are using all of their reserve time trying to figure out a way to deal with this very annoying lineup that ST has drafted.
Almost random hero, but it's a Zeus. Interesting. That's a bit of extra damage to help with the Legion command as well. Even when partner comes in and decrepifies somebody, you can still have the bit of long range artillery hero as well. It's gotta be a lot on him too, I guess. Just dropping down Macropie on top to secure dual wins.
Yeah, the evolution of Zeus as a hero has been pretty interesting. Like, he started off as just a mid. Hard for me to say because back in the day I was not very good at Dota 2. I'd build things like Maelstrom on Zeus because he was a lightning hero and I needed to get lightning items.
Oh man, you're one of those, aren't you?
The road to learning more about Dota has been an embarrassing one when I look back on my games. On my other account, the first account I played Dota 2 on, I have like Heart of Tarrasque, Keeper of the Light and things like that.
We've all been there, I think. But yeah, last game of the day, we're gonna show you a short message from our sponsors, but we'll be right back.
Prepare for battle.
Alright, here we are. This will be the end of the day. Patos walks by the observer world, but he is smoked. Let's have some help coming in from Katzor. Don't have any wards, so what are they hoping to accomplish here?
Not quite sure. A lot of heroes, the dire jungle right now. I mean, Radiant jungle, bleh. The tiredness is starting to get to me a
It's only been 6
little
hours, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, I've had worse days.
Didn't give me enough of a break to slap
30
water in my
seconds
face
to
though,
battle.
so...
Could have done that easily, just send me a message, say, hey, I'm gonna be back in 2 minutes. And I would have covered for you, man, but... Well...
Yeah, I aim to please. I want to be like a real, miserable 6-hour caster, you know?
A real 6-hour caster, well... Next level is when you cast 13 hours, I think that's most that I did.
You cast 13 hours straight?
Yeah, it was a LAN tournament that I was casting the second stream on remotely.
You need a certain amount of, dedication and, loving what you do to be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
And, we see a brawl already happening between Nyx Assassin and Takiro over here.
Yeah. Body blocks involved at the same time. So here takes a second Venom Scaler up top, but it's actually not all that effective at level 1 if you can't actually capitalize on the slow. So here's our right option on the mid partner. Bottom lane, Illidan and Pegasus trying to work against Katsu is sticking around a little bit. Trying to be cheeky, but gotta be careful not to be right-click down himself.
A little bit questionable, 2 Gales coming out right away from that Venomancer. I mean, you're just burning through 250 mana for almost no damage. Pretty much recovers the amount of damage it does passively.
Yeah.
So, interesting choice by him.
Bottom lane, this is working out though. I mean, solo 1v1, this partner would have been absolutely fine. But having just a little bit of extra pressure in from the Keeper of the Light makes it so that partners can play more aggressively. They can sort out a little bit more consistent harassment that's harder to heal up. Dropped in this pole, they're gonna get a lot of last hits.
Weird stuff happening in the top lane, just between the directions of, looks like they're sharing, they're attacking this small camp, farming together. 2 enemies. I'm pretty sure the love story between Venomancer and Jakiro is the greatest one ever told.
I don't know if there's actually lore between these two people, these 2 heroes, I don't think so.
There isn't, unfortunately.
Well, Katsu is kind of out of mana now. He does have a clarity, and of course level 2 so Chakra Magic can slowly help him out. I actually like these lanes, the way they work out for the side. Exotic here is perfectly fine up top here with Jakiro stealing with the Venomancer and stacking and pulling. Mid lane, this pressure down bottom means that it's 1v1, that the Zeus should be just fine with winning. Because you can't really make use of the Crapify the partner.
Yeah, he's somewhat limited in what he can do as far as this harass goes. He looks like he's maxing Decrepify first, though. I don't think the Netherworld's going to be able to do that much against the Zeus in lane. He just decides not to throw out his spells for a little while. Pugna has 15 wand charges, though, so he's not in any real danger from this Zeus.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a farm fest between these 2 heroes.
Top lane that's very bad. Not on 100 health points. Nikla dropping deep water to just try and keep him from resummoning, I guess. It's still 40 seconds out, so I'm just gonna send back. Probably TP to lane. So a lot of fun things that you can do with the Spirit Bear ever since they added mana to him. So it was a great buff.
A little bit slow as compared to a lot of the other games today, though, so... And the combination of that and the tiredness is really limiting my ability to talk about different things. Legion Commander is going first item Treads, deciding not to go Phase Boots or not rush a Blink Dagger immediately, which is pretty good. You need to be able to fight against this Bloodseeker properly, and if you sit on all of your gold and try and rush a Blink Dagger, Bloodseeker is just going to run all over you, so you need to be spending all the net worth that you have on contesting and making sure he doesn't get too much of an advantage. Over in the top lane though, Jakiro's chasing down Nyx Assassin. And I don't know, nothing really happening. He walks away. I keep wanting to believe, but neither team can really commit anything enough to have enough lockdown to kill the enemies for now.
It's gonna have to come down to the extension here or there, like right now perhaps Illidan. He eats if he eats the blast, and he does. Pato's actually faster than him, not with the Ice Phoenix drop down or Illidan. Almost takes the kill here. Meanwhile, mid, okay, that is caught the tail end of that. Elistash coming in, taking the first blood. Arcane Ruin on Nisha definitely helped out on this one, able to spam some spells.
God, that
Meanwhile, also another thing that I want to point out is one thing that's been happening in Katsu. He's been stacking both of these camps. Now I might have to go ahead Apple Potters, but the stun will miss. But he's been stacking both of these camps. Will fail the secondary one. That's a lot of money for him as well as Legion Commander to chase to pick up later.
Yeah, I mean it could go to absolutely anybody on his team. You know, lane.
Oh, the root on the Mana Monster! Managed to chase him inside the trees there. And Nisha.
People
Classic Zeus contribution.
Yeah, people are starting to get the things they need to kill enemy heroes. We have the root on the Lone Druid. We have, unfortunately, Nyx Assassin still level 2 at 5 minutes. I think that people don't put enough EXP into that hero as quickly as they should. Having Vendetta up and Impale just being such a long disable at level 4, I think the hero's really good to like, maybe invest a little bit more in. I could be wrong though. I just feel like probably by the time ESL 1 in what is that again? Yeah, ESL 1 in Hamburg rolls around. We're going to be seeing Nyx Assassin played in a little bit different of a way than he currently is.
Misha try to go on him. He can still perhaps turn around onto Thompson with a couple of spells or SDSD. Sekiro is the next target now with the Crop of Fire and the ultimate though. And the Body Blocks, make sure he stays in range. So first kill on the board here for Fire. Taxi, make rotation in. Nisha, you gotta run. Out of mana, out of life points. Illidan, yeah, he's super fast now with the Rupture.
Rupture, not even that necessary, but I don't know, looks like Radiant team here wants some action happening as well. They're not going to take any chances of kills not happening in this game.
Well, two potential kills at the same time. They do track and keep it alive. Over Sash able to break the link. That ultimate. Trying to slow down his push some bit. Level 1 into the dual breath, not really doing too much. Liquid Fire. You actually went for the early point in Ice Path, which is something I love. Can be such a great value point. Just cancel TPs and set up for a little bit.
Yeah, but they also buffed dual breath in several of the last patches, didn't they?
Yeah.
That spell does so much damage now.
Dual breath scales extremely well. So, like I've actually, whenever I play Jakiro, I often just go for the 2 points up in Liquid Fire and then just sometimes get the value point Ice Path, and otherwise just max out dual breath.
Yeah, last couple of times I played him, I've had a lot of fun going 4-0-4, and just before I even get my ultimate, I just spam dual breath and Liquid Fire onto the enemies and make their lives miserable.
Yep.
But there's the value point in the Ice Path, staying out.
Helping them get that kill.
At least
Yeah, would have killed the Zeus probably. Managed to stop the life drain onto the Zeus. So, very nice. I'm sure it was the insight of hero player. He would need that at a certain point. So, got the Ice Path.
Commander has to walk away. Assassin goes by means of can't he cuts. Oh my god, Illidan just swiping him down. Oh, Sash too. Responding to this was not the right call with Illidan being so strong because of Zeus being so low health. He's gonna get himself another kill. What? What?
The targets to keep all of them low HP.
I guess. Finishing up now and...
So because he hit down the Legion Commander a couple times, he has much more movement speed to get away from the Legion Commander.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The fact that that makes sense is a testament to how silly this hero is. He's getting out of here. Maybe not enough nuke enough. That's all the target.
Completely valid play by Illidan there in case you or any of the viewers were wondering what the hell he was thinking. It's a legitimate strat, trust me.
Okay. That's why I have you on, dude. I was so confused by what he did there.
One of my favorite things about doing these casts is like being able to watch and try and figure out and explain to other people what these players are thinking and doing myself. It frustrates me to no end when people just watch what somebody does and calls it stupid, because odds are they put a lot of thought into doing these.
Hans comes in, he's ruptured up, but he's dueling, and duel means to stand in place, it doesn't care at all, and get the win. Double of Nisha and Elisage as well. Now he's peeking back to base. Starting to make things happen here, starting to counterplay these heroes. And Bloodseeker, despite him being rather close to the top of net worth, he's starting to be eclipsed now. So he does have the Midas going in the bear. And might get a kill here if he gets a lucky root on Nick, where he's out of mana. So no way they can really defend him. Oh, wow.
He does not outrun the Lone Druid. Very fast.
Plague Ward play though, yeah, he's blocking him off inside the trees. Korea?
No TP on that courier, just a Midas recipe.
God damn it. The Savage roar to make him walk towards him. They finally get the kill. Zeus dies at the same time and down bottom. We completely missed because of these shenanigans.
What does a hero truly need?
Can't even recall the bear as long as the wards are out.
Yeah.
Oh, they forgot the one range keep giving the vision. He's gonna get the bear, isn't he? Oh no, just barely.
Barely?
Able to recall him. That was not even intended. I swear.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I'm sure the cast needs more dad jokes.
Feel free, dude. Feel free. That's what it takes to keep you alive.
I'm pretty much fueled by like nicotine, caffeine, and I don't know, probably flirting with you once in a while, you know?
Wow.
Alright. Grandmaster almost done this Midas. Comes here to save the life of this poor level 5 Nyx. Nyx started to come online though. EXP tome is extremely useful. So he was slightly less miserable because of that, but right now I think he needs to be getting his level 6 more than he needs to be chasing random people around the jungle.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just love how negative it is and how he delivered it. Oh, it's slightly less miserable. Just like,
I mean, just a wacky nap. Wacky, wholesome nap, man.
Top lane being defended by Katso with the max Chakra, you can kind of keep the Illuminate spam going, almost indefinitely. So PS down bottom keeps firing up. And he's saving up some money to walk with Radiance, one would imagine.
Nothing on the quick buy yet, but saving that kind of roll. It's better with him either rushing a Midas or Radiance.
How much should buy here? On a half health, now being zapped away. Oh, look at this Nyx Assassin! Almost dies here, does not get tagged.
Is under attack.
Just
Radiant
one more right click
structures
would have done
are
the trick,
fortified.
but barely able.
Is Zeus on the enemy? I'm sure the Zeus is, maybe the Zeus is aware that he's invisible
Radiant's
right now and he's waiting for the
bottom
vendetta
has
to wear
fallen.
off.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Maybe you can time it correctly. It's gonna be enough damage. We'll be cutting it close.
No, he's healed
No,
too
it's
much
not
now.
enough.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
he's
Dire's structures are
Freaking
fortified.
OP base region on this guy. Holy shit.
Yeah, taking down this tower extremely quickly at top
Dire's
though.
top
Blood Rage on his Pugman usually. Is that amp the damage on towers?
It does, yeah. Right, the cancel TP on the Venomancer. Zeus ult comes out now. They still get the kill on him though with Thompson. Running a lot of burst. Alistar trying to deal with Nico. He also has to deal with Illidan. The duel comes out. The neck got the Trapify off though beforehand. He's still alive. No way. Come on. Come on, dude. No way. He's getting out. How?
He actually made it. Pugna a very strong hero this patch. You see that?
So they get 2 kills on lose the Nyx Assassin somewhere else entirely. It's Exotic Deer just making it happen. Still lose the tower.
Lumberjack almost farmed his Radiance though. He's pretty much just free farming at this point. He's got 95 assets, which is not perfect, but almost. So once he has his Radiance, I think Dire team is in a much better position for taking fights against the enemy. Being a poor Nyx Assassin and trying to deal with Radiance and seeing that being a point person trying to deal with Radiance on the bear is not fun.
Yeah.
Between that and just like AoE burst damage on Zeus, like sometimes you might even just die by mistake.
Saw Alisashia, I see him again with a deep ward. Thinking about throwing down an ice cloud, but he didn't. Probably for the best here, Spike Carapace would have kept him on place for a bit. And the game's slowing down a little bit again.
Yeah, people just TPing out on the top to get scaled to ease away from the Venomancer over at midlane. I guess we could take a look at what items each of these people are building.
Zeus almost done with the Veil, actually gets ruptured up now. Illidan. Okay, be able to get that kill eventually, especially with the Ice Blast on Zeus. But some help, some heals from Nisha, throwing down some spells, and that's Illidan, who is super low. The duel onto the Pugna. Didn't have enough damage. He's sitting in a Macropile Leaf. The roots comes through. Should be able to find the kill, especially with that Ice Path cancel. Eventually. Come on, come on. There it is. Exotic Deer. Gets it for himself. Illidan, well, everyone's super low, so he's really, really fast, but also really helpful since he can be zapped down very fairly easily. Not careful. 1-for-1 trade in the end. I could have turned into much more, but what it did do is give a Lone Druid a lot of money towards that Radiance.
Lone Druid, what did he build? He suddenly missing a lot of... No, never mind. I didn't click his hero. I clicked his bear. Has the relic now. Radiance is just a little bit of gold away. Meanwhile, Bloodseeker healing up to full HP in the mid lane, stuff like that. Legion Commander just managed to finish a Blink Dagger, so we'll probably see a lot more initiations from the Legion Commander now, along with like Zeus ganking and bolting down from pretty far away. Zeus,
Kind of surprised by how tanky the partner is actually. They
Pugna,
weren't able to bring him down inside the duel.
I mean,
Unfortunate.
it's a really good health talent, plus 25. He's one of the... They buffed him, but he used to have this third lowest. It tied for second lowest strength growth rate in the game at 1.2, along with Anti-Mage. So he's not a very naturally tanky hero. Talents managed to fix some of the problems that he had, along with the...
Might still die here, the duel comes through, Nisha is there, we'll see, still not enough damage, or is it? Not quite. So close. Meanwhile, the rest of his team was somewhere else entirely looking for an opening here around the mid tier 2, but let's do it. Not getting into the next arc here, leading the charge. Can pick up the rest of the pieces fairly soon, gets ruptured up now, the bear, they're controlling up. Oh god, that's a good ultimate, good set of ultimates even. With the Ice Blast also bouncing through. Shakiro dying first, Katsu next, Illidan still thinking about continuing on to Pathos, but he's up in the high ground.
Very good ultimate by
kills.
that. Yeah, they're perfect distance away like normal. 2 heroes.
Yeah. Oh!
And there's
Get that!
So quickly that he didn't manage to use Spike Carapace too.
Radiance is online now. Not the fastest we've seen ever, but still a really good time, about 17 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that's Radiance and Midas, so pretty good.
Yeah.
Should be a lot easier.
They want to fight around this.
I mean, they have the Blink Dagger on the Legion Commander now. It's one of the things they need to use to start taking fights. Zeus has his Veil, and Connell has 4 Staff. Radiance is there. This is where they want to, like, this is where they have a really big advantage with the
We'll find the partner again, the duel comes through the Ice Blast as well. This time they'll have enough damage to win the duel, but Mana might still take a spill for it. And they have a lot of damage. Illidan's in the middle of that, but he's tanking so much. They're all gonna die. Double kill for Jakiro with a perfect place. Macropire, as well as the Zeus. Damn. They lose their Legion Commander, but to win the duel, they get so many kills on top of it, and perhaps an opening towards mid lane.
I mean, right there, the Ancient Apparition landed another, like, absolutely amazing Ice Blast, but it still wasn't enough to win the fight.
Yeah.
They're just overwhelmed. Like I said, this is, right now, is like the perfect timing for Lone Druid to be able to fight against, or just the Dire team in general be able to fight against the enemy heroes, because they get a bunch of items that make them a lot more powerful. Dire to fight against Radiant. Blech.
Yeah. The other thing happening, Katsu. Oh. Ice Blast trying to TP out. Not enough damage. He'll survive. But we saw him recall Exotic Beer back to multiple lanes, so if they didn't respond to this, they would have been able to take down the tower.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, just trying to deal with the split push of that Lone Druid while also trying to avoid, or being aware of the kill potential between Zeus and Legion Commander and Pure Burst is really annoying to deal with.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under
Empty
attack.
one under threat. Pathos in good position to head off any sort of response, but it looks like they're just gonna let this go.
Radiant's top tower
do.
has fallen.
Yeah, I guess Pugna learned after the first time he got killed by Zeus and Legion Commander that when that Legion's off the map, he needs to be very careful.
Yeah.
And now his main objective is trying to kill the Pugna.
That kind of has to be, because if he doesn't, then Pugna's just gonna decrepify or just even heal up his teammate with the ultimate. So you have to go on a Pugna, but seeing how he is a core, it's not even a bad dual target if you can control him up, prevent him from throwing down these Nether Blasts, these ultimates, in general. Wraparounds. Scouting Zeus ult. They see the 3 heroes are here. They're not backing off. Instead, they're keeping more people in. Going to the end also. Still needs a little bit. Illidan. Well, change their mind. And that should almost be enough damage. Nikwa coming through. Nisha blocked off. It's actually going to take out the special tops on the side. They do zap down the Venom. Where the hell is Bloodseeker? I might still die eventually if they can get a little bit of Radiance burn on them. All the creeps even. Oh, not enough. Super one trait as a result. Pretty good that worked out, but hey, we're not over. It's not over. Legion Commander coming back into the fray somehow with the recall. The duel will not be won or lost again. And now, well, that life drain. Everyone's so close to dying here.
Under attack.
No.
But maybe not the best use of his Blake Dagger. Yeah, he's gonna have to use his Vendetta or else he's gonna die to this lone druid here.
Yeah. Hey, where does it leave us now? This kind of exchange. I mean, Legion Commander at the very least not getting out of control.
I think
it's only the bear, really.
The fact that the Radiant were able to stay in here and continue to fight the enemies, despite like their overwhelming advantage of right now, they're like, I'm not gonna say like the peak of their skill, but like all their items came online at the same time. It just gave them a massive boost in the strength of all their heroes. So as the game goes on, it's gonna be a little bit easier for Radiant, but right now, just completely overwhelmed as far as like what the Dire has to fight against the Radiance team. There's just so many things to be careful of.
Another thing to worry about would be that Aghanim Scepter from Keeper of the Light. We've seen at TI how crazy that can be. He's more than halfway there. Spending a lot of time farming up his own stacks, farming up the jungle and the waves and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean he did a very good job both like just sort of sitting on the Legion Commander at bottom, reminding him that not Legion Commander, yeah. Sitting on the Legion Commander at bottom, reminding the Bloodseeker that he's there while farming his own stacks.
Radiant's bottom
pretty well played by him.
The scouting utility also great, just from the Zeus ultimate.
I mean, having a certain amount of information is worth more than the extra damage in a team fight a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna avoid a gank or be able to farm pretty efficiently based on like knowing where the enemy's position is when they're in a really awkward spot or setting up to try and gank you, the waste of time that the enemies have made in you getting the information based on using your ultimate is definitely worth it a lot of the time.
Especially in a situation like this where the Radiant side doesn't even have any vision, any wards out on the map. And it's another thing that Zeus does. Like you have to go for like weird ward spots and try and hope that he doesn't just randomly bolt every couple of seconds. Because pretty much whenever he passes by a regular ward spot, he's just gonna check to be able to be warded if there's something's there. So it's very hard to maintain vision. And this is part of the reason why the ping is so defensive right now. I mean, most of the heroes haven't left this area in the last minute or so.
It's not just that, but when you don't know where the Legion Commander is and you're a support, placing a ward is almost impossible or just too dangerous to be worth doing because you get picked off by all of these heroes that can kill you pretty easily. If you get caught up by the Zeus Lone Druid or the Legion Commander as a support hero moving by yourself trying to ward, you just die.
Let's see what the solution is, because right now, side of the Dire, they're still happy. They still seem happy continuing to farm. They have the Blade Mill on the bear. Interesting choice from Exotic DNA. Going for the Stalker next. Pathos. It's going for Shadow Blade instead of a Blade Mill of its own. What do you think about this one?
Pardon me? Who's going for Shadow Blade?
Legion Commander.
You know, could work. Right now they have like tons and tons of map control. Enemies aren't really able to put up wards because of the Zeus. It's very easy to de-ward the enemies. So if you don't use your sentries very wisely,
Radiant are scanning.
They're just gonna get destroyed, then you're not able to afford sentries anymore. Legion Commander becomes even
Radiant's
scarier
bottom
at picking
tower
people
is
off
under
than she
attack.
already is, because you can run around invisible.
Yeah. Sending the Jakira forward, spam the liquid fire. Slowly taking down the tower and... Well, that's a Zeus movement, that's also Sentry and also buff. Let's get the blink out though, fortunately for him.
Radiant's bottom
Tower will go
has
down.
fallen.
They'll look for the next objective. Also bring Exotic Deer in, and yeah, they have a creep air reasonably close in mid. Try and put pressure on that tower now too.
No reason not to do that. The Zeus mana is starting to run a little bit low though, but finds a regen. What a skilled player. So he's gonna be able
Smoke
to keep
up now though on 4 heroes. So looking to try and contest this, try and find a right, but it's only Elisashe, it's not really worth going on him, is it? Or the bear.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah,
Radiant's
just
middle
ripping
tower
through the
is
towers
under
and not able
attack.
to do much. You want to go on the bear, activate the blade there.
Gonna be able to burst him down, but tower falls. And this is a risk that LBI they were ready to take. Now they're just getting themselves out of there, but Blink forward from Master trying to slow them down. Another Gale available, but nice Savage Roar.
Ethos the bear, they want something out of this. They want more than just a Jakiro for everything they've given them, so they managed to get the bear.
Yeah,
Dire's top
300
tower
gold, pretty good.
is under
Top
attack.
lane also a little bit of chip damage before Papas comes in.
One thing that's pretty important about everything that just happened, I'm gonna stop until this happens.
Ooh, cuts off. Biggest prime, which should still end up falling. Maybe, maybe not. Does he have help coming?
Is under attack.
Sort of. Not really. Nisha can't really go into this one. Keeping back, yeah, he's been caught. Unfortunate, as some would say.
I'm some.
Yep. I know.
Well played
2
by
heroes down, the bear down.
well played
They're
by
getting
them.
back into it.
Yeah, coming back in the game, getting those 2 pickoffs, a little bit unfortunate that Cottle got caught out like that, and I think Zeus tried to be a little bit cheeky instead of just leaving, harass them a little bit, get the price for that for sure.
Yeah. It's finally a bit of an opening for SFT to regain some map control. For the first time in a while, they're pushing across to the other side of the map.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Look at this tier 2, and Illidan, by the way, also has the Radiance. Haven't mentioned that yet, I don't think.
Yeah, I was just starting to go into the map control factor about them being able to chase the enemies away, even if they only killed the Jakiro in exchange for their tier 2. They like finally got a chance to walk out of like tower range and put some wards up, be able to figure out where the
We're
enemies
still
are.
there, the Shadowblade from Patos. They'll see him, and they'll get the duel off. They have enough damage, so not really, with the Crabify helping out. They won't win the duel, Patos, actually he will die to this with the Ice Blast on top. All of this damage coming through.
It's gonna be
ultimate almost finished. Oh, the force stuff! That is not the right place, but he does get the link out. They're unable to focus on him. Illidan solo himself. Drops the Rupture, so Nisha can't chase. They're all getting out of this.
Yep, I guess they
Cats
are
are
all
low.
getting out of that, and maybe a dead Coddle up. Bloodseeker with I guess his movement speed has started to drop again. There's so many people low HP there, though chasing the Bloodseeker was impossible. Looks like they know better than to try and chase the Bloodseeker up that hill under the shrine. Just TP and kill them.
Radiant's
Meanwhile, there's a
bottom
huge
tower
creep wave
is
at
under
bottom.
attack.
Tier 3 is getting pushed in. Looks like Lone Druid's heading down there.
Could be good. Especially if they can force out some more
Radiant are scanning.
commitment up top, but TP back from the Cupid of Light, he'll drag Nisha with him. So now the 4 heroes up here have nothing else to do other than just killing creeps, which is exactly what the Exotic Idea is also doing to them in the bottom lane. It's getting some help from Patos. How much do they want to commit though? They need to confirm that this guy's alone here, or maybe not, they just go straight for him, and this time that will be enough. TB in for Bloodseeker, drops the retreat, Rupture. Again, no Blade Mail on Patos. would have been useful for this exact situation. But he is tanky and healthy enough. Nikwa coming through. More health. Nice Ice Path. Necropire. The root on the Bloodseeker. They'll be able to bring down Illidan. Maybe not. He Thompson tried to help out, but he almost gave up his own life for it. Still not on the wood yet either, but Exotic Deer takes some damage over time. Trying to TP out. And not enough damage. Will he be able to survive back at home, though? So much damage over time on him. No, he does take out inside the fountain. But the most important part, Venomancer stays alive, Bloodseeker stays alive, and Thompson stays alive. Somehow they make that work against all odds, against this great Macropie and the root inside of it too.
Yeah, the fact that they were able to stay alive was pretty crazy. All of them came so close. And if that happened, they all died right there. Like they just lose that Rax right now.
Yeah.
No questions asked. None of them really had the hold for buyback in X. Bloodseeker did? Bloodseeker had buyback hold, but put some pretty hard on he decided to use it. No one else had buyback hold for that fight though, so.
Yep. Wonder if Lone Druid could have survived if he bought Fairy Fires and ate them.
Yes.
Random thought.
Lone Druid?
Yeah. He was kicked out of the fountains after a couple of seconds, so.
Oh, yeah. Buying Fairy Fires and eating them. I don't know, don't they have like a 5-second cooldown or something like that? Yeah,
question.
they do.
They do, okay.
A 5-second cooldown. I think he bought a HUD to try and survive that, but he didn't have enough like get anything else. And I tried to buy a raindrop as well, see?
Oh yeah.
For the twins.
Just a trigger raindrops. Poison Nova does. I think.
I mean,
Well,
if
for now we're gonna see Rupture and everything else. We can drop down onto Pathos. He drops. This game. Not gonna let us go easily here. Bit of a back and forth. Katsu bringing Nisha in back, down in the bottom lane. It is daytime now. Is the other thing. So that is an advantage for the rated side that they didn't have in that last engagement.
they have Gem and Legendum Scepter on the Coddle, there's a Glimmer Cape and a Vendetta on the Nyx Assassin. They might be able to give them enough advantage based on like what they have and how to counter the enemy team to be able to take a push in the next couple of minutes. But it looks like they just want to play it safe now. So these people are completely content continuing to play Dota, obviously not caring about me or my feelings.
Well, what's the next step here for these heroes? Exotic Deer at this point, you just look for upgraded boots perhaps, or at least the, I don't mind, we just queued up the Basher for the bear. Going for a standard route. Meanwhile, Pathos is looking for a target. Illidan could be it. Just going straight forward, very tanky to deal without help, but they have it. The Zeus, the Blast, Venomancer, the next one on the list gets rooted inside the Macropire. Two of the core heroes down, they will lose a Jakiro. Makes me very sad that no will sacrifice they did. They need some heals on Exotic Deer. Yeah, just stand in there. Stand in there. There we go. Making sure it doesn't tick out again.
Yeah, Trend's on up for another 15 seconds. You might decide to do something like that. Looks like, yeah, they might try and take Roche, but the question is...
Look at this heal. Look at it. Look at it.
But then the AA
Look at it.
blast and
They're
the
all
Nyx
full
Assassin
health.
coming in. This is somewhat aware of it. They managed to dodge that part of the AA blast, but Pugna and Nyx Assassin come in with decent timing. They might be able to do like something to these enemies here, but
no, dude, you don't understand. It's still 2 minutes of daytime.
Oh yeah, I did. I forgot that. Sorry.
They were all kind of low from all the Venomancer stuff from the fight earlier, but like 2 or 3 blasts kept them up and running.
Starting to
take risk.
Starting to miss a couple of things. Just yeah, there's no way to go into that if they have vision all around the pit from the Legendum Scepter. They would all just die.
A little bit of a high gun push. The bear. Great one to be kept alive. I think they purged off the Crepify for a moment. Now Nekwa coming in with another ultimate. Exotic D is actually ruptured. Bit of an issue if Illidan continues to chase, but they waited out another blast, leading them back up. So hard to fight into this.
The Radiant team probably take a fight next time AA Blast is off cooldown here. The enemies need to either... Yeah, they probably need to get back right now. I don't think they realize how much danger they're in this next fight.
Well, there's the Nether wall with a couple of Venomancer walls as well. It's not the worst high ground defense. Especially also with the Crapify on the bears, so much we can do against that. Just have that one charge of the press the attack.
Yeah, he's probably gonna need to build a BKB on the bear to be able to hit the tower.
I'm gonna go bottom. That should be interesting. Exotic, yeah, we'll rush it again.
Yeah, I mean, not very good to...
Ice Blast. Trying to something, the heal will not come through, and Illidan. SFT will be dueled up though. That's extra damage for Pathos, and he was the Aegis carrier, so that will be all good. Illidan super low, and the Mana Leak actually stunning him up. Oh! That almost landed there, didn't it? Nisha, well, he will fall through the damage of the time with last Plague Ward.
No, he's not going to.
Aegis on bear, he'll drop. Pathos barely will survive.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's
They take up
top
some
tower
damage.
is under attack.
It can be quite hard to fight into this, as it turns out.
Very difficult. Initiating on them is pretty hard to begin with. Nyx Assassin instantly stuns the Radiance carrier on the Lone Druid every single fight. Zeus gets stunned out when he throws out Arc Lightning, and it's very easy to just walk into whatever Chikiro and or Coddle throws down as a Nyx Assassin as well. So basically Nyx gets to choose when he wants to walk into things and stun you right now.
Yeah.
So...
You know one thing they've been missing in the last fight?
What's that?
The Pipe of Insight. Jakiro. Just finish it up now. And it's gonna be a great help, especially at night time. Don't think they'll go for another push here.
They might
take off here and there, which is great. But the Pipe of Insight, that might just be the item to tip the balance next time they go.
Yeah, if the Venomancer down for however long, this is 70 seconds, I think they should try to either force a buyback right now, or if they can't force a buyback, they should try and like either hit the tier 3 then get back and go for shrines or something like that. Just because, I don't know, if this Venomancer gets level 25, which he almost is, it's going to become a lot more difficult to push right
Link
now.
forward, no mana on the Bloodseeker. Kato in a bit of trouble. I think he's ruptured up, yeah, and he will end up falling. STSD. How about that? Still might end up falling. Pathos does have the duels. Quick win, 2-for-2 trades. Overall, you still want to count the Veno. Exotic deal. Way deep here. Thompson and Illidan. Actually trying to defend, not realizing they don't have health points. Exotic D has to run away, gets brought rocked by his own teammates, but now Thompson forced back into the base. The bash coming through while he was in this. Might even be able to get him. You'll Scepter to cancel another one of these pesky ultimates, but doesn't the axe, there's no cooldown whatsoever. But they will zap him down. Nisha and Pathos together. Slow, a blink away. To get rid of the racks. Exotic D, objective based gaming. He's very low on health. The bear kind of as well. Might be able to get him out, might not. Nikwa. Yeah, they'll get the bear. The real Exotic D will survive. Nisha though, well, doesn't have a TP. Except that his backpacks, he will blink somehow. He'll still die. Hashtag space created though.
Hashtag space created. They did manage to save that melee racks there, just to buy back and whatnot. Nyx Assassin halfway to his negatives right now though. Nyx Assassin's able to blink in the middle of the enemies and burrow himself, spamming mana burn against those people, and just like one spiked carapace to like stun the group of them. It's going to be pretty crazy. Mana burn is going to run a train on Jakiro, Zeus, and Coddle. The only question is if they can like make sure that the Nyx Assassin does not die when he jumps in like that. So if he decides to do something like that, they're going to have a lot of power just through spamming mana burn and all the stuns, but they need to fully commit to a fight like that. So
Pathos blinks in, duel, they find the partner, he's decrept. Well, it does really keep him in place for a while. Pathos has to walk away. And now he's actually in real trouble as the BKB times out. He doesn't have buyback either, so 80 seconds on the sidelines. They have to call a low, it is daytime again. So,
yeah, breaking high
enough
ground.
to get rid of the creeps.
bringing high ground against this is very much not a fun thing to do. Jakiro as well, quite good at spamming out creep waves, but he doesn't have macro pyre up, which is a really useful tool for being able to zone out a creep wave or two.
Yeah. 15 seconds until that comes back. Exotic the items and split push up top. And fall TP back out. Just had to try and lay low for a little bit until the commander comes back. Scouting ults confirms that they're in the clear for now.
What is this bear's name? I just noticed that.
Something Polish.
I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that one.
Yeah.
Alright, and we have a pause.
Alright, if I Google Mi6 Serenki, it brings up a couple of plush animals.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's the panda deer. I mean, panda bear, so.
Yeah.
It's probably like a joke about it being a plush bear. So, let's take a look at items right now while we're paused, since we have a moment to do that. Right now, it looks like, yeah, they realize that they did need a Black King Bar on the bear. It lets them just, like, for 10 seconds, they get to wail on the building with the Lone Druid bear, and if they decide that they don't want to let them to wail on the building, it forces them to fight into them, so... BKB, very good pickup there, like, maybe even Raxes them, but Decrepify was stopping that Lone Druid from being able to do anything.
Alright, so... I think it means teddy bear or something.
Alright, let's go back to
So I
talking
didn't
about
listen
plushes.
because I was messing with Google Translate, which is a little bit weird. Enter Mi6 Serenki, if I do it in separate lines, it says teddy and deer.
Mm-hmm.
If I put it together, it says ducklings. So I don't know how that actually works.
Nice.
But I assume it means teddy bear.
Alright, this has been Mythbusters.
Yeah, it's the great mysteries of Polish language.
But yeah, they've BKB up on the bear now. They get to wail away at the Raxes. Enemies don't really get to do that much about it.
Oh god. Gonna go for the Bloodseeker, gets a great kill if they can finish it up. But actually gets a deny off Exotic Deer with a player, and he does get the kill, forcing out the buyback. Interesting turn of events. The bear might die. Good for the bear. Ice path. Oh, what? Something snapped the Jakiro there, so he'll also fall. And
That
let's see
was,
if he has Exotic Deer.
Was
Katsuo dies. They're doing a lot of damage here. That's the second bear, isn't it? Oh no. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna get 3 kills. Bear twice. It's a lot of gold.
But
No advantage gain here because the Rax was down earlier already.
yeah,
What happened here?
managed to take the gem from the Keeper of the Light as well. I don't... Okay, what happened there was something that was probably a little bit embarrassing. The Legion Commander did not activate her BKB before the duel, and instead activated the BKB just as she died and the duel finished. So that BKB is on cooldown now, waste the item, things like that. As far as your question about what's done to the Jakiro, Nyx Assassin activated spiked Carapace and then jumped into the ice path.
Oh no, they might find the Zeus here. Force stuff back. But Ice Path still connected to him. Ice Path as well. Nyx Assassin will take a spell. Macropie. They did take down the tower. And all of these walls should be able to finish up the Matriarchs at the least. I guess they're focusing on something else. Buyback on the Zeus. They really want to take this fight. That is the BQB on the right target. No, the Decrepify. They find Illidan too. He bought back for this too. Mind you, he's not going to be returning for another 100 seconds. Paxu, next one on the list. Pathos, just need to A-move. You need to chase. Yeah. And he actually what?
Oh my god!
He got recalled. I guess he can help up against a more important target. Venomancer immediately bought back.
Alright.
This game is so weird, but it looks like they might just be able to win it now. No Pugna, no Bloodseeker for 80 seconds. This is such a great opening.
A little bit of communication.
With or without the end of it, with or without the ancient apparition.
These things happen sometimes, though, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Takes the glyph. Look at the spare with press the attack. Even without it, so much attack speed. They'll be able to mega them right now. Maybe even more.
Yeah, probably even take it a little bit further. One thing that didn't happen though that I did not notice, just because of how tired I am, is
another duel. Venomata. Might be another dieback, and it is another duel win. Pathos, level 25, did not skill the talent just yet. So only plus 18, but 4 years down. Might not end up mattering if you allow that prediction. Forcing out the fusion now. There it is. Oh no, that's just a round.
it's real shame Thompson's team did not win this series. I think Thompson's everything I saw from these 3 games is absolutely amazing. I'd give him, I would say, MVP for all 3 games.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by him because it's actually the first time I've seen him at all.
I didn't really know who he was, but carry player.